popcorn in my teeth. Is what's happening. Thank you very much. Hi, guys. Hi, my loves. It's your girl, Mally, and we are here for Over 50 and Fabulous After Dark. I know you're like, say what, girl? It's supposed to be at 9 o'clock. I know, but there's this queen who's coming on the show, had to have a whole hour show thing with Sean Killinger over there on QVC. So we waited for her. Me and Sean and Ebony, we just sat around eating popcorn, which is what's stuck in my teeth. But anyway, we're very excited. So first and foremost, hi, my loves. Welcome to Over 50 and Fabulous, the after show. You know what this is all about. QVC literally wanted to come together, create this community of like-minded, loving people that want to celebrate being over 50, and has given me the pleasure and the honor of every Friday night coming and sitting with you and bringing you some of the most inspirational, fashionable, in this case, fabulous and incredible humans. So, without further ado, can I please introduce my friend of over 30 years, someone I love very much, and I'm her biggest cheerleader, the one, the only, Miss Stacy London. Yay!
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. There's one other person clapping, and that's Ebony.
Oh, thanks, Ebony. Thank you. We just can't hear other people clapping out there.
Millions.
Millions of people are clapping.
Exactly. Thank you. So we are very excited. So for the next, as you know, hour, I've got Miss Stacy here on the couch. She's not allowed to leave. I actually have handcuffs on our ankles. You don't know it. And you get to ask any questions that you want. So
anything
remember,
you want.
right, if you're watching us here, QVC.com, Facebook, QVC's Facebook, or the Over 50 and Fabulous Facebook group, which is amazing.
Which is amazing.
Right? Please come and ask any questions you have. Ebony is over there. Can we, everyone say hi to Ebony, please? Oh, did you put some food in your mouth?
Oh, she
right
put
at
food
that
in her
time?
mouth, of course.
Do you like how she did a Stacy London homage with her hair?
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. It's me, Cruella, Rogue from X-Men. You got it all going on.
She got it all going on. So Miss Ebony's there at the computer, and she's going to be putting in our comments.
Cool.
So we're going to see. First of all, Jane S. is saying, I'm fangirling over Stacy London.
Oh, Jane, thank you so much. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here. And it is kind of crazy since I have been friends with Mally for so long, and yet I've never been here with you.
Isn't it wild?
Isn't that crazy?
And now you have a whole line.
And now I have a whole line that is really inspired by the age of possibility.
Thank
it's
you.
inspired by our over 50 ladies.
P.S. and by the way, just totally kicked butt here at QVC. Already her first day. Ebony, her first day, already selling out of stuff left and right. I mean, it's kind of amazing. I mean, amazing, but not amazing. Nancy's saying, Stacy, I loved your presentations today. Your collection rocks. I may have to come out of retirement giving everything that I purchased.
Oh, my God. Nancy, first of all, I'm thrilled to hear that. And I hope that you don't have to come out of retirement. But if you do, obviously you have the wardrobe for it. So you're all good to go. You know what I mean?
Okay, get cozy.
All right, I'm going to take my shoes off. Let me tell
shoes.
you, it's been a long day.
I know.
Ooh.
So we're going to talk a lot about that. But first and foremost, welcome to the QVC family. It's happening. It's happening. And bringing your expertise, your styling prowess, all of the amazing things that you have learned over your many years. And now you're sharing it with the QVC customer at a special time in your life. Which I think is very, very important. So first and foremost, obviously everybody knows you from being an incredible stylist, from television, what not to wear, the whole 9 yards. What was the thing that brought you here to QVC? What was the inspiration behind by Stacy London?
I mean, I've been joking around about this all day, but it really was the fact that the collection is inspired by me. The collection was inspired by somebody who was perimenopausal, who my body changed, body weight redistribution. Forget about all the physical, you know, sort of symptoms of menopause that I had. It was the emotional ones that really got me. It was the rage, it was the sadness, it was the, you know, depression, it was the anxiety.
When did you start going through?
About 47.
Okay, cool.
And I really felt it. I felt that I didn't know what I wanted to do with my career. I was kind of done doing makeovers. I was like, if you don't know to wear a pointy toe shoe to elongate your leg or wear a belt to have a waist, I don't know what to tell you anymore. And then, you know, my phone kind of slowly stopped ringing and I didn't know what I wanted to do and I couldn't figure it out. And I started to feel this fear of aging every time I looked in the mirror. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, I don't feel like me anymore. I don't look like me anymore. I don't know what to do about it. And that's when I started to realize how I felt gaslighted by my medical doctors and gate kept from information about menopause, that I thought menopause happened in your 70s or 80s.
Me too.
I honestly did not know this was a midlife thing. So we talk about a midlife crisis, but it's not really a midlife crisis. It's that we are going through a major hormonal shift, and we require care, not just medical care. We require emotional care. We need community. We need to be around like-minded people who understand what these big feelings mean. And for me, it was also about, I woke up one day and I was like, I don't know what to wear anymore. I mean, that was also coming out of COVID.
And that's ironic, coming from the woman who's telling us what to wear all the time, unapologetically, fiercely, which P.S. and by the way, is the way she's always been, which is why I love her so much, because that's the thing too. Now, talk to me about, okay, so I love that. I love that it was all inspired by you and the journey you were going on.
And I really felt quite hopeless, right? I felt hopeless, but I felt helpless. I didn't know how to manage my feelings. I didn't know what to do about work. I didn't know what to do about anything, honestly. And there comes a point, I think, in our lives, and sometimes for some of us it's in midlife, this whole idea of a midlife crisis is kind of a cliche. When it really is about reassessing, and it's a reclamation and an evolution of self that we don't give enough service to, that we don't credit enough with changing our lives. And when you come out the other side, and believe me, there is another side, I swear.
Listen, she's telling you the truth.
It's true. You come out with such a sense of deep purpose, of really understanding you do not have an expiration date. All of the things that you held dear or true about yourself when you were younger, those values have an expiration date.
Wow.
And now you can start to see the world differently. And I am telling you, I believe in the auspices of right timing, because the first time I talked to QVC and we talked about the age of possibility, I said, oh, this is what I need to be doing.
Wow.
Because I did not find a clothing line that was specifically for 40 to 70, that was addressing age from this perspective. That we are relevant, that we are vibrant, that we have so much to offer to communities, whether we have cats, kids, or dogs. I don't care. We have so much to offer. Our age and experience is a plus. This is not a detriment.
Ooh, I love that. Do you hear that? You hear what Miss Stacy is preaching. These things that we've been through, these pains, these stresses, these wins, these losses, all of it, right?
All of it.
It is to help inspire yourself. If you didn't go through those things, and you've been through a lot of things. But if you didn't go through, and so have I, and so have you, but if we didn't go through them, we wouldn't have the knowledge and the wisdom that we have now.
And I also don't think that I would have the gratitude that I have now, because I was so angry and so frustrated and so confused for so long, that really being able to come out of this, and again, I just want to say, this clothing line was inspired by that feeling of helplessness, and it has given me such purpose. I've had so much joy bringing this collection to life for you.
It.
I mean, I can't even begin to tell you. And joining QVC is a family. It's a community of like-minded people. And we can be honest with each other. And I tell, you know, I said today, when I think about the collection, you may not love it. It may not be for you. But that doesn't mean you won't be interested in what we have to talk about. That doesn't mean that you won't find another collection that you love on this channel. Or you're going to get to know me over time, and you'll start to see where I'm coming from, and maybe that will resonate with you. The idea is that we have so much to offer each other. We don't want to close each other off because we don't get something, or I don't understand your opinion or your point of view. I don't understand your style. I don't understand. You don't have to understand it. You just have to respect it, right?
That's right.
I'm like,
I love it. But that's the thing. And it's not just about clothes. It's about, again, the idea that you are bringing Stacy, the woman, also to QVC.
And I felt so strongly about learning more about menopause, more about my health. Yeah. Taking that agency instead of feeling helpless and hopeless, really understanding that I have agency over my life. I have agency over my choices. And the most important thing is that that's not just about healthcare. That's who I spend my time with. That's what I put in my on my body. That's what I put in my body.
Yeah. Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen.
Oh, that's a nice breeze.
Isn't that nice?
That is lovely.
We shouldn't talk about it, but I'll tell you that this is going to be available soon.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, right? Anybody who has a hot flash, you don't have to worry. My clothes aren't going to make you hot. They're not. Always get a fan.
Thank you, but I have to tell you, I know this sold out, guys. I'm very, very sorry. Not sorry for you, but sorry for you if you didn't get it. I am obsessed. Well, and I'm obsessed with, okay, let's talk about this.
Yes.
Were you always confident?
No. Now, I will tell you, I have gone up and down with confidence and self-esteem my whole life.
Okay.
But I really wasn't confident because as a child, I had a skin disease. I had psoriasis, and it was in my scalp, and it was all over my body. For some reason, it never was on my face, but from my neck down, I was covered in psoriasis.
Yes.
And that made me very self-conscious. I had long hair. It was so bad on my scalp that I had to use coal tar, and the only thing to take it out was boric acid. Wow. So we cut my hair into a crew cut. I was 11. I was like devastated. And from like 11 to 13, I don't think I could have felt any more alien. I wore white turtlenecks and long pants so you would never see my skin and that like my dandruff wouldn't show up. And obviously at around 16, when I started to feel better, my skin started to clear up around 17. It turns out I had chronic strep throat, and strep can really inflame psoriasis. They took my tonsils out and it went away. Now, that's not, I have psoriatic arthritis now, so I have autoimmune diseases, but it really was this thing of I'll never be beautiful. I'll never feel like I'm in the know or that I'm cool. There's nothing cool about me. And honestly...
no, excuse me. This is the coolest woman ever. Okay.
I am a dweeb, a nerd, a geek.
Oh, excuse me. I said that, though. I will tell you, Ebony was like... I mean, you are cool, Ebony, but there's other cool people. I'm just saying, it's not just you.
But you are cool,
You
Ebony.
are cool, yeah, thank you.
But the thing
yes, you are cool.
That was one of the things that I think is so important to talk about is, right, that now I think about style in a slightly different way. And I think about it less about rules and more about why do you think you can't do something? Why do you think you can't wear green? Why do you think you can't wear prints? Who told you? What put this in your head?
I love this.
And then you have to go and figure out where that root comes from and rip it out. Rip it out of your brain. This is why I believe in neuroplasticity. We can change the way we think and what we believe. And that's why I'm always going to push you a little bit outside your comfort zone, maybe, just so that you can try new things. And fashion for me always felt so cool. Everybody was so beautiful. But really, the industry is built on insecurity. It's built on, I need the next thing. I need the next big thing.
You are dropping knowledge bombs left and right.
But
you're right.
Style is based on the individual.
Ooh.
Not an industry that wants you to buy something new all the time. Style is about finding what works for you at different stages of your life and accepting that. I don't want to look like I'm 25 anymore. I'm not going to dress that way. But you need to come to that in your own time. You need to see look, maybe you didn't like Brussels sprouts as a kid, but you love them now, right? That's me. I love a Brussels sprout. I would not eat them as a child.
How do you like them?
I like them steamed.
Wow.
Is that weird?
You are gangsta.
Well, I like them steamed, but like with a little drizzle of balsamic and some bacon doesn't hurt.
No, roasted.
Oh, is that what it is? Maybe they're roasted and not steamed. Can I tell you that I don't cook? Did anybody notice that?
Are they crunchy when you eat them?
No, I like them mushy. I like all my cruciferous vegetables to be mushy.
You know what, also, too? She uses so many words that have a lot of syllables. I know. Well, Stephanie and I just keep glancing at each other. What she said.
But I'll tell you, this is really important to me.
So you like a mushy.
I love a mushy. Okay. Much easier to digest for me. I'm not going to lie. But also, your taste changes over your lifetime, which is my point. Whether it's Brussels sprouts or peas, doesn't really matter. I don't know how to cook them. That's for sure. But what I can tell you is that I thought at a certain stage of my life that my style was just going to stay the same. I'm Stacy. This is my identity. Instead of recognizing that we are always evolving, that we are always changing, and that everything about you is never going to stay static. Literally, your cells in your body completely change. They turn over every 7 years. You are a different person.
That's right.
So why do you think your style is going to stay the same? And why won't you try things that maybe might suit you better or make you feel better or prouder or more beautiful and more powerful? That's all I want for you.
I love that. Okay, what's something that you would have never thought that you would wear then that you are wearing now?
Hoodies. Hoodies. Ooh. I made velveteen hoodies that I love so much.
Which also sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, but you can talk about them.
But I love them because, you know, I used to be like, hoodies on what not to wear, right? I was so judgmental on what not to wear. And now I just think about the creative ways that we can take things that people love to wear and make them feel like they're a little bit more stylish or a little bit more fashionable, a little bit more presentable than, you know, what we were wearing during COVID. I mean, I was sitting around eating cereal. I didn't care. I didn't wash my hair for 52 days. I swear to God, guys. Just didn't care. Did not care. I was like, the world is coming to an end. We are having a plague. This is it. I'm going to die happy. I'm not going to wash my hair. I'm going to stay in my pajamas. I'm going to eat cereal. I'm going to watch every horror movie, TV show. I watched Finnish, Icelandic.
Wow.
We went through everything in my house.
You went hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love it. And then what was the catalyst that took you out of that darkness?
Menopause. Recognizing that I can't be the only one who feels that way, and I started to speak out about it. And I started a company, or I co-founded a company called State of Menopause, which was really about skincare. And very quickly, I realized that it was very early on to be talking about these things. And also that we weren't really addressing skincare isn't the same thing as addressing what I really wanted to talk about in menopause, which is this lack of self-esteem, which is this fear of aging, which, I'm sorry, a face oil is not going to change that for you. You need to talk about that. You need to build community. We need to normalize this discussion. We need to democratize this discussion. This is not for privileged people with money. This should be something that is available to everyone at every stage of life. And we should be teaching kids about menopause, our partners about menopause. This is a natural phase of life. And you know, there's an archetype for women, right? There's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Now, I love the word crone, don't get me wrong, but I think we're missing a little sliver. I honestly think that there is a sliver between mother and crone, mother and crone, that is the enchantress. Because I have never felt more powerful, more out of F's to give than I have ever had in my life. I'm like, you don't like me, you don't like me. You like me, fantastic. I want fewer people in my life, better quality. I want fewer things in my life, better quality. I want fewer clothes in my life, better quality. And that's the whole philosophy that I had around learning about menopause. How do I not feel helpless? How do I not feel hopeless? How do I get through this? I started a company to help myself. I closed the company because I was like, you don't need a face oil for me. How am I going to bring you confidence? And look at that, I came full circle. After 10 years of getting out of fashion, I jumped right back in. Because this is my wheelhouse. This is my place of magic. I really believe it.
Tara is saying, I love you, Stacy. I used to watch you on What Not to Wear. Alice K saying, Stacy, you look great.
Thank you.
Mal, who's Mal? Oh, is that me?
I don't know. Amazing collection.
Congrats. Watched you back in the day. Your energy is amazing.
I don't know where. Aretha, thank you. Aretha loves the collection. Thank you so much. Guys, you are so kind. Deborah, this is really important. I feel like a different person since menopause. I get it. I get it. You do not feel like you. I want you to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You are going to feel like you, maybe not the you that you used to be, but holding on to an old version of you is going to stop you from becoming who you really are meant to be.
That's right. Wow, that's amazing. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I know this, obviously, for a fact, and we all do, that not everyone goes through menopause the same way.
Not at all. There's actually no two cases are alike.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Some people have a terrible time emotionally, physically. Some people skate right through like it didn't even happen, right? Like, you know, like a little bump in the road.
Exactly.
And it was like, oh, it's over. How do we, as women, how do we try to help each other through this time? What do you think is the most important thing?
Community.
Yeah.
I think communication and community is the most important thing. And I'll tell you, it doesn't really matter whether or not you have severe issues associated with this stage of life or you skate through it. Menopause is actually really, I think, Mother Nature's way of saying, hang on a second, you got to sit up and pay attention to your health.
Wow.
And the thing that I think is, you know, it's called menopause, not because it has anything to do with men see, so you stop having a period. But really, I think it is about taking a pause. It is about deciding, do I want to pivot in my life? What do I need to do to take care of myself? Because after menopause, cardiac, cognitive, and bone health are essential, and you need to know what to do to take care of yourself. That means strength training. That means making sure you're not eating too much sugar. That means not drinking too much alcohol. All of these nutritional things. That means getting enough sleep. That means taking good care of your skin, right? But it also means taking good care of how you look and how you feel, because how you look and how you feel are inextricably linked.
Yes, exactly. And you're doing it for you, guys.
Yes.
You're not doing it for anyone else. For me, at the end of the day, I like to get dressed. I like to put on my jewelry.
Oh, we know. We know. I was like, bling, bling, bling.
Listen, this is what I say, you can't. What are you going to do with that? You got to wear it, because even if you wear it all at the same time, which I do.
Which you do.
Because at the end of the day, what are you going to do with it? Leave it sitting in your closet?
We're all going to die. So wear it while you can. That's the philosophy we should have about everything, right? There's an end, guys.
Yes.
And menopause is not the end.
No.
The end is when you're in the ground.
That's
so up
right.
until that moment, everything you do, you have agency over. And everything you can do, as you say, Mally, you're never too old, and it's never too late.
Yes, that's what it's about. Okay, Amy P is saying she's not quite 50. I feel really blessed to be able to have this group as a warning system of sorts.
No joke. It's nice to have an open discussion. Okay, and Peggy, I love you for saying I'm 81 and I'm still a work in progress. Mwah, bravo. But I just want to say that the warning signs are not meant to scare you. I'm not using scare tactics. When I talk about menopause, I want to use prepare tactics. Because I want you to know, if I had known that I was going to get hit by a Mack truck, I would have stepped out of the way. But because I didn't know, I got hit by a Mack truck. Now we're talking about it. Now doctors are talking about it. Now we are no longer standing for not having information that is essential and vital to our health. We will no longer stand for not having clinical research. We will no longer stand for money not being put behind women's health. That's very important to me.
It's very important.
But it's also very important to me that we take care of our health in every way. And that is emotional and psychological. And that's where I think fashion comes in. I really do.
I know.
I think going to your closet and being happy when you open your doors is not the same thing as opening them with a sense of dread or fear or boredom. There is always a way to look great and feel great.
Or like, look, this is the thing that I find for me. When I am out, and look, again, no judgments. We love you to feel good in your skin. We're not going to say, oh, you know, you're wearing your pajamas out, okay? I was just saying. Even though sometimes I'm like...
You're wearing your pajamas out. Listen, I walk the dog in my pajamas. I'm not going to lie. But
you will out in your pajamas?
I swear to God. And I have been stopped more than once. More than once I have been stopped where somebody said to me, you're what not to wear? I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm human. And sometimes I have to walk the dog when I really want to be asleep. So that happened.
You have a dog?
A dog, a demon. She's 8 years old. Her name is Dora, and I love her more than anything in the world.
Do.
But oh my God, I love my dog.
I
But
know.
she is a demon. She has real issues.
Yes,
She was a rescue.
Yeah, we rescue. That's what we do.
We rescue.
That is something that we also very much connect on. We feel like it's very important. You can obviously, if you want to buy a dog, but there are so many amazing animals out there that need a home. So we do this thing.
Yeah,
just
we
so
do a
you
thing.
know,
Okay.
we have a thing,
Yeah.
and we do a thing, and it's called Fabulous Flashbacks.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Am I even allowed to?
No, we're streaming. You can say whatever you want.
Okay.
It's great.
Sorry.
Okay, all good. Who's that baby?
That is me.
Is that little Stacy?
That is little Stacy when she was 3. That was my favorite outfit. I think it was meant to be either a
tutu.
Halloween costume or some kind of performance tutu, but I wore it as real clothing.
Why wouldn't you?
Of course.
Why wouldn't you? Now,
The
who
bow
put
and the hair.
bow? Did mom give? Obviously, you didn't find the bow yourself. If you were styling yourself at that age, I would be.
I'm going to say that I probably asked for that bow. I'm sure my mom put it on me, but I am sure that I asked for that bow because I was color coordinated even back in the day.
You better work, girl.
I mean, it is
I know.
true.
And even, oh my gosh, this baby. This baby.
Of course, I'm wearing a halter top. I was already into smocking and polka dots.
Of course. Why wouldn't you
that was
be?
my 6th birthday party.
6th?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, look. Okay, so
And that's my little sister, Nancy.
Look at her.
Isn't she the
Can
cutest
we
thing
talk
you
about
ever
those
saw?
eyebrows?
Her eyebrows to this day are fabulous.
kidding
And look
me?
at me in my Dorothy Hamill haircut.
I live. Oh my God. Look at the style.
I know. I was like, back in the day, let me tell you, the 70s were really cool. And I will tell you that a lot of people have said to me, oh, some of your styles remind me of the 70s.
Yeah.
It's true. I go back to things that I feel very nostalgic for. And when I look at that black and white coat, I'm like, oh my God. When I look at those bell bottoms, I'm like, oh, I've got to do a kick flare. Do you know what I mean? So me and Nancy, I love that red leather jacket.
I know. I feel like you could wear that today.
I know.
Okay, wait. Do you like the 70s better or the 80s?
I like both. And it's really funny because some people commented that they thought that the 80s, that my collection looked very 80s because of the color palette, because I did a lot of teal and a lot of pink. And I was like, great. Who can be Sunny and who can be Tubbs? Because I am ready for Miami Vice to come back.
Me too. Let's go.
And you know what? And then somebody was saying it was like Dynasty. I'm like, Alexis and Blake? Alexis and Crystal?
Thank you. Make it
I
happen.
take that all as a compliment.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, what's happening here, Mommy?
This was just a few years ago. I was on Lake Michigan. I was with my sister, my brother-in-law, my mom, my girlfriend. We had our dogs with us, and it was such a beautiful day that I don't even know who took the picture.
You're feeling comfortable. You're feeling in your skin.
That's a vintage caftan from the 70s.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Do you love vintage?
I do.
Oh, I love vintage.
Oh, I love the 80s now. I mean,
you know what? You guys are jerks. You better
This is
stop it.
amazing.
Did you see what they did?
That's amazing.
Sean is laughing in my ear.
Can we please make sure that this goes up on the Facebook group?
This is giving 80s.
This is giving 80s, and I feel like, I'm sorry, if that had been a slightly shorter haircut, you and Kamala were doing the same kind of look.
You know it, baby.
Right?
You know it. Sean, you're going to get it.
You're going to get it.
I love you.
I don't hear Sean.
I
so
know, it's okay.
There you go.
It's
okay.
all good. It's so great. But yeah, that's something I think that now how old are you?
I'm 55.
55. So you were born in 1969. Great.
Everybody's like, oh, you're a 60s baby? Like, wow, that's old. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to remind me. And that's the funny thing. A lot of the things that I said, I started What Not to Wear when I was 32. Wow. And I remember that somebody told me to start lying about my age. And I was like, why would I do that? I'd already been a fashion editor for years and years. This was like, What Not to Wear was a second career. I was like, why would I lie about that?
Oh, you've had so many great careers.
So many different careers, so many different things in my life. And it's only now that I appreciate them, because for a long time, I think I took either things for granted or I got lost along the way.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
and it takes a while.
What is your sign?
Gemini.
Oh.
Okay, fine. I'm a Virgo moon and a Scorpio rising. So, Ebony, what does that say about me?
I love that. It says a lot. It's
Air, air, earth, and fire, right?
You got a lot going on.
I got a lot going on.
Okay, so we keep showing Ebony. Can we? Oh, hi, Sean. Can you come here?
Hey, Sean. Hey, hey.
Oh.
Literally in the middle of my live show.
Oh, cool.
And I
I'm
just
so
wanted
glad
to let
you
you
came.
guys know
It's her fault, not me.
that you're loud.
It's her. It's
No,
her.
you cannot say that. She's new to the family. We're not allowed to reprimand her yet.
Oh,
So
not yet.
You get it together.
I did
Get it
tell-
together.
And I did tell them, why are they putting Sean next to us?
No,
Because
I'm
it's
actually.
gonna,
I was just using it as a chance to
I
let
know.
Patricia do her tour
and-
of her
and
handbag.
I have
And
to
also
say-
just so we can see the handbag
That's right.
and the
that's
pants.
And the
look,
brocade.
Look at the
that.
brocade
Doesn't
pants.
this look great together?
Sure
I
does,
know.
baby.
I mean,
I
those
know.
it's fabulous.
I gotta go back to work.
Oh, really? You can stay.
This lady is so talented.
Okay. I love you.
Bye.
Bye. Now, this is what the family is all about.
I know.
You see, this is what the family. Wasn't she great?
She was amazing. First of all, both Sandra, I was with Sandra today,
Yeah.
I was with
Yeah.
Sean today.
Yeah.
The fact that we had an hour for each show, and I felt like it was 3 minutes
I
long.
know.
I'm like,
I know.
what?
I know.
There's no time in here.
I know.
There's a zillion studios,
Yeah.
so Sean's over there. I mean, I couldn't believe how many things happen
I know.
in a day.
It's a pretty amazing place.
It's
an
insane.
amazing
It's like
place.
a separate world.
So, did you always have this beautiful?
I did not.
Talk to us about this.
The gray streak.
Yeah. What this iconic Stacy London gray streak? Tell us all about it.
It showed up around 11 or 12 when my psoriasis got really severe. And I have no idea why. It's not a birthmark. I like the idea, somebody once said to me, oh, people with that kind of stripe were touched by an angel. Yeah. And I love
That is-
I believe that truth.
Yes, I
that
do
truth is
too.
my truth.
Yes.
I want to believe an angel touched me.
Yeah, it did. And it's so you. It is so chic and so fabulous. And you know what I love about it? You wear it, well, you wear everything about you with such strength and positivity and confidence. And
I was going to say that about you.
oh my gosh, girl. But you do. And the thing that I love about it is that you give us all permission to own everything about who we are, because the way you present yourself with so much, like, I know this sounds so silly, but when I was watching you at 11 a.m. and I told you this, and you walked out and you were like, oh my gosh, okay, like I'm kind of nervous, like, which is funny because you never think Stacy London would be nervous, but I love that you said it, but then you just launched into this passion and this love of what you do, and I was like, she's home. And when you are feeling free and feeling like you're in the place that you're meant to be, you guys, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like it's hard.
She's gonna make me cry.
It doesn't feel, I know, don't make me cry.
Don't make me cry.
So,
Oh!
I know.
Because I do feel like I'm home.
so happy for you that this is where you have landed and where it's gonna take you.
Oh, lots of good things are coming up. I've got to say, Mally, you know, when I say it was like a really rough couple of years and really like understanding that and being able to process it and work through it, and I'm not saying we should be here as a community trauma bonding,
Right.
but I do think it is really important
It
that
is
we
important.
speak honestly.
Yeah.
That we speak honestly about the ups,
It
the
is.
downs, the highs, the lows,
Yeah.
and you do an incredible job of that, talking to people about when things aren't going great, not just the good stuff. And I
yeah.
think that, you know, in this social media world that we live in,
Yeah.
everything is about showing how perfect your life is. Nothing about my life is perfect. Nothing. Not one thing. But I am so grateful for where my life's path has taken me. And I just want people to know that if you do feel lost, it isn't forever. It isn't. And there will come a time when you take a step and the path will appear.
I love it. And that's what's giving, guys. This is the reason why we show up here every Friday night, to give you that hope, to give you that promise, to make you realize that maybe things are really hard right now. Maybe you do feel lost. Maybe you do feel like you don't know what's happening. But we're here as your family, as your community, to tell you to keep going.
Yes.
Keep going, because that's the thing that I thought was so interesting is when I started digging into menopause, perimenopause, the whole 9 yards. Because, hey, well, I have a question. What is the weirdest symptom that you've heard from someone?
Oh,
like,
I mean, the weirdest symptom I had was super itchy ears. My inner ears.
I heard this.
Drive me crazy. I was like, there isn't. I don't know if I should get longer fingernails and just shove it in my ear. It drove me insane.
Crazy, right? I know.
But I really had the hot flashes, the night sweats, the brain fog, the joint pain, the headaches. It went on and on, the heart palpitations. And because I didn't know that I was in menopause, I did mental gymnastics to try and figure out what was happening. So at first I thought I was anxious and depressed because I had spine surgery, right? And that was pretty intense. I have a lot of titanium in my spine. And that was 18 months of physical therapy. It was congenital. My grandmother had it, my mom had it, and I had it. Could have been from wearing a lot of 5-inch heels, I won't lie.
I was going to say, thank you. We all know.
And that not having a strong enough core, but now I'm like, strong.
Okay. Be afraid, Ebony. We can come and get you, girl.
Because, I realize you need muscle strength, but so now where was I?
Brain fog.
Brain fog. What just happened? Oh, the weirdest symptom.
Yeah.
But then I was trying to assign them to different events in my life. So I got the heart palpitations. I started to get food allergies, which is another weird symptom.
Wow.
And my father was very sick, and he was struggling with to keep things down. All of a sudden, I had these allergies, and I would just start throwing up things that I would normally eat, like salmon. Weird stuff.
Wow.
And I was having heart palpitations, and he was dying of heart disease. And so I just assumed that that was sort of like the physical manifestation of grief and fear, not that I was perimenopausal.
Wow.
And when he passed away, that was pivotal for me. Losing my dad was awful. I know about you and your mom, and you were so young. I, as a middle-aged person, felt this is another rite of passage. When we know that our parents are getting older, when we know that we have to take care of them, when we know that we may lose them, it is another moment for us to recognize our relationship to mortality.
I know.
And that also makes middle life difficult, because you recognize so many things that in your youth you think you're immortal, you think you're untouchable, and then you have to face real realities.
Yeah, it's crazy. Judith is saying, Stacy, you are a new rising star in the QVC skies.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you.
Jennifer saying, Stacy's very cool and real. I always thought she was a boss bee.
On what not to wear. We know what you mean.
Yeah. And Kara in Connecticut, I need that teal hoodie.
Oh, my God. I hope the teal hoodie isn't sold out.
I know. It's probably.
Good.
Sorry.
Good,
and Carol's saying the collars and cuffs are genius. Now that was inspired.
Thank you.
Now that was fabulous.
Now I have to say that is something that I've been thinking about doing since about 2007.
Really?
And when I met with my business partner Marla, and we met with our manufacturing company, I said edibles.
Yeah.
I trademarked it and everything.
It's so
because
great.
I wanted something where you get more bang for your buck, where you're stretching that cost per wear, where it's easier to travel, and you can have fun.
I know.
How much fun is it that you can take things on and put things up? And look, I could have made this detachable, but I didn't on this top. I wanted it to be this kind of loosey-goosey kind of French satin.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's all of it is so great. Okay, Robin. Okay. Robin, my mom never talked about this, so I didn't know.
Yes, my mom didn't talk about it either. Most of our moms didn't talk about it.
I know, nobody talked about it.
No.
Nobody talked about it because, again, and that's the thing I think is what I love so much about where we are and what QVC has done with this Over 50 and Fabulous and this Age of Possibility is, when we first started this show, the After Dark, as I like to call it.
I like it after dark.
I was given kind of permission to talk about anything.
Yeah.
And anything. And then I said, are you sure that you know who you're talking to?
Yes, exactly. They know who they're... I mean, QVC, we all know Matt.
Right, exactly. Because, we'll talk about it all, honey. And for me... But the thing that's so funny about it is it does almost always go back to the emotional connection.
Of course.
That we are having because we're women, because we are so emotional, even if we're tough, even if we're strong, even if we can go out there and multitask and do a billion things and come out and...
You never stop. I've never seen you rest. I don't. When does she rest?
I mean,
I love sleep.
That's the new thing. Well, this is the new thing. How many hours a night do you get?
Okay, I'm going to be totally honest here because we're allowed to talk about anything. I was sleeping about 4 hours a night for 7 years when I was going through perimenopause. I was told that I could not take hormones. That was not the case. It was completely incorrect information. I went to see a menopause specialist. I got on hormones, and now I sleep 8 hours a night, sometimes 10.
Yeah.
Shut up. It makes me so happy. And I'm telling you, do not be gaslit.
Yeah.
Do not look at me. I'm getting so patchatted. I gotta sit up. Is that
what are these words she's saying?
Gaslighting?
No, patutz and
patchatted. It's Yiddish.
Oh, it's Yiddish. Okay.
So patutz and patchatted means like you're a little like you're getting upset or you're getting a little over, worked about something.
I got it. Wait, I have a question. Have you always been so smart?
Yes.
A reader?
Yes. Well, my dad was a professor. He was a college professor, and he taught me to read when I was like 3.
Wow.
So I read from an early age.
Yeah.
I was a terrible student in high school because I was like too busy partying.
Yeah.
But then my dad threatened me. He said, if you don't, stand up, fly straight, get yourself together, you're going to have to live at home for college. And I was like, no. So I got my stuff together and
You're so pretty.
I went on to, oh my God.
You're so pretty.
You're so pretty.
No, I was just looking at you in the monitor, and you just are so stunning.
Oh my God.
Your face and your cheekbones and your skin, and you look. And you know what else? I don't mean this. I don't talk about young. Like I don't like it. I don't like talking about 10 years younger. I don't talk about anti-aging. I never say anti-aging. I always say pro-aging.
Amen.
Very, very important. But you have a youthful glow to your face.
Well, youthful glow to me is a wonderful compliment.
Yeah,
and that's not the same thing as saying you look young for your age.
No, I don't like that either. And you have a healthy glow.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to crop that up. I'm going to, what is it? Crop that up to?
No, I chalk
that up to.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember that. Chalk that up to good lighting and some makeup. But, and magnesium is great for sleep, Jenny. I do know that. And Jane, what is she saying? Fear is the biggest obstacle to be and do your best and feel your best.
Yeah.
Fear and shame, I think, are the two emotions that stop us from doing everything great in our lives.
Yeah.
They have a place, but once we understand what that place is, and I think it was, who wrote Eat, Pray, Love? Elizabeth?
Yeah, Elizabeth, I know.
Okay, anyway, I'm forgetting everything today. Yeah. But one of the things...
She's only been working since 7.
Right.
That's why.
One of the things that she talks about is the fact that fear can sit in the back seat of the car, but it can't side seat, like be in the passenger seat, and it can't like be, like a side seat driver.
Yeah.
And fear, you can thank fear for being there. You can thank shame for putting you in your place or saying sorry when you've done something wrong. But beyond that, to take those feelings and elevate them is to give them too much power over your life. And they stop you from doing the things that you are going to be great at doing. They're going to stop you from really unlocking your potential. And you talk about permission. We all need to give ourselves. Elizabeth Gilbert. Thank you so much, Ebony. And I'm ashamed because I love that book and I love her. And I think she's said so many incredible things. But one of them is really truly this idea that we as a community need to give each other permission to know that we have different lived experiences, that we are willing to understand that we have not walked in anybody else's shoes, and that we can help each other grow.
That's right. That's right. Last week, we had the pleasure and honor of having Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, okay.
No.
What?
My God, Patti LaBelle. Help us, Lord. Help me, Lord. Patti LaBelle. Excuse me. I know. Ebony's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Well, because we talked about. Anyway,
I know. We did talk about both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Patti LaBelle, and she said, don't block your blessings.
Don't block your blessings.
Don't block your
blessings. And also, thank you for having me on after the Queen, Patti LaBelle. I don't know. Ooh,
The godmother.
that's not a tough act to follow.
It's all good. It's all good. The godmother of rock and soul.
The godmother of rock and soul
I
and
know.
pie.
Well, and pie.
I mean,
And
you
pie.
want me to go after a woman
Yeah.
who's got the best-selling pie company in the world?
I know, and it's good. It is so good. It's but you have
love,
your gifts.
I love this. Right, you
Oh,
have
yeah.
your gifts. I can't cook. That's definitely true.
It's all good.
I'm not coordinated at all.
Can you dance?
I can't dance at all, and I'm a really self-conscious dancer, and I'm hypermobile, so like I can do weird things with like
Oh my God!
you know, right? Like weird things with my fingers. and
Double jointed.
I'm double jointed everywhere.
Well, we can put you on America's Got Talent.
I mean, is that really?
You can do, if you can do back things.
I don't know if I can do back things anymore because of my spine.
Yeah, your spine.
But I just want to say, Iona, I really appreciate what you said about being a reader. She said that she could tell that I was a reader because I'm eloquent and quick on my toes. That is the best cerebral compliment you could give me. I am a sapiosexual. I fall in love with smart people.
I mean, hello, thank you. Well, and that's what's important too, and that's the thing about QVC. Because this is the thing. Now, you've been on TV for a million years, okay? A million years. But live TV is completely different,
It
right?
is.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't it? Because you get one shot. I have a friend who says, you're on QVC. I've been on QVC for 20 years. They're like, that's the Olympics of live television.
It's no
Because you're
joke.
not only just talking, you're presenting, and you are encouraging people to come join you on your journey and to open their wallets and spend with you. And that's a big, big, big gift. And talk about brain fog. I was selling the other day with Mary Beth Rowe, who is, wait till you meet her. Have you met her yet?
No, I
Oh my
haven't.
gosh. Amazing. She's been here for 35 years, 36
Everybody's
years. I
been
know,
here
I
for
know,
35
I know.
years or
It's great.
18
Yeah,
months.
It's
It's
great.
one
Yeah,
or the
it's
other.
one or the other, exactly. But I was in the middle of presenting eyeliner.
Yeah.
And I literally was, talk about perimenopause, completely brain fog. And I couldn't remember basically just eyelid.
Yeah.
I was like, you need to put it on the thing that covers the ball.
yeah.
And I was like, but wait, we talk for a living. And when you have brain fog, how do you do that? What is some advice you have for someone who's maybe feeling insecure or worried about some of their perimenopausal symptoms that can possibly hurt them or
give a weird impression.
Yes.
Listen, first of all, the brain fog thing, I do a lot of public speaking.
Yeah, you do.
And it really freaked me out because I don't read from notes. I
you
don't read
just-
from
yeah.
cards. I just go and I
Yeah.
talk. I'm like, Lord, I'm a vessel, work through me.
Yes.
And whatever comes out, comes out.
Yes.
But when I started to forget things or stop in mid-sentence, I would really panic and I felt very ashamed. But I'll tell you, Carla Hall is the one who said to me, no, you honor that moment. You stop, you say, I've lost my train of thought. I'm pausing for the meno. You give it a beat, and then you're like, where was I? And either you ask somebody or you just figure it out.
Wow.
But I was like, oh, instead of being ashamed of those moments, I should be talking about them to normalize them. To democratize them, right? Everybody is going to go through this or knows somebody who's going to go through it. So you may as well know when it's happening. Why lie about it? Now, if I have a hot flash, I don't get them so much anymore.
Yeah.
But when I did, I just started telling people, do you have a towel?
Yeah.
Like, I look like I just took a shower while standing here, and really, it's only because I'm sweating profusely.
Well, and that's the thing. We had Dr. Karen here from the American Cancer Society.
Yes,
she's
she's
also
lovely.
so amazing. And we were sitting here talking, remember? And I literally was she was explaining something brilliant, and I was looking at her, and I saw her pores open up.
Yeah.
And her entire face just was wet.
It's
was
why,
wet.
can I tell you, I don't wear mascara
Yeah.
anymore. I wear fake eyelashes.
Yeah.
I never wear mascara because even waterproof winds up on my chin.
On your chin, right. And I literally I looked at her and I was like, you're having a hot flash. And I took my fan and and she was just like, yes, I said, this is exactly what Age of Possibility is about.
1,000%.
Making it so normal for us to talk about the things that we were never able to talk about. Speaking of which, shall we have a little rapid fire? Let's do a little. We're gonna do.
Are we gonna do rapid fire? I was like, what is she singing about? And also, you know, just to say, even somebody like Karen, who came on and talked about, you know, like heads up the American Cancer Society, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
You know, we don't talk about medical menopause enough. We don't talk about surgical menopause enough. When women get breast cancer and they're on tamoxifen, they're going to have hot flashes. We don't talk about these things. Why do we think that illness or sickness, or even just having symptoms that we're not used to having is somehow embarrassing?
Yes.
I just don't understand why we're ashamed of not feeling our best or being our best and asking for help.
Yes.
I have trouble asking for help.
Well, I know that's what we do as women. Yeah. But I feel like at this point, and opening up these doors, and opening up these conversations, and letting you know that we all have friends in this space. I think that's the thing that I've been so blessed to be a part of, and to be able to help create this community of incredible humans, is we don't feel alone anymore.
And I will tell you that when I was going through perimenopause, I didn't know that if I opened my mouth and said something to somebody, someone would have been there to catch me. I was so embarrassed and so ashamed, and I felt like it would just make me so unattractive because you'd know that I was aging, and now I'm like, I'm aging! Yeah!
That's right. That's what this is about.
And Vicki Lynn, I hear you. You still feel young, but your body wants to argue every day. My body wants to argue too. I'm in PT for my hip. She's in PT for her frozen shoulder.
Yes.
Listen, life is inevitable. And what's going to happen to us is that we do the best that we can. We do the best that we can with what we have when we have it.
What's the worst outfit that you wear?
I think I wore, one of the worst outfits I ever wore probably was season 2 of What Not to Wear. It was lime green, bias cut, silk something, and maybe it was good for the early aughts.
It
feels like
good to me.
Yeah, it feels like if I was wearing like kind of like white pearl eyeshadow, I could have been pulling a Mally, but you know what I mean? It wasn't exactly that. But I remember thinking, I'm a stylist, and now that I was like talent on television, I was like, I look terrible. I'm used to being behind the camera, not in front of it. But yeah, I finally kind of caught the groove.
Yeah, girl.
Got the groove, got in the groove.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So this is rapid fire, and you know what that means. You cannot think.
Okay.
You just have to say it. Okay, ready? Panty or thong?
Thong.
Vintage or modern?
Vintage and modern. Because my collection I consider to be modern vintage.
Yeah, there you go. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
What time do you go to bed?
Well, now I can be in bed by 9 and I'm a happy person.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, are we going to dinner at 5:30? So I have time to digest my food. It's fabulous. I'm in bed by 9. But, you know, on the right night, you can get me out, or I can stay up quite late.
Okay.
Yeah, 3, 4.
Woo! Goodness gracious.
When I have to celebrate a birthday, something like that.
Okay. Oh, hello. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Truth or dare? How do you take your coffee?
With oat milk.
Oh.
And, you know, I also I love rose tea.
Oh, that's nice.
I love rose tea over ginger, over mint. Rose, I don't know. It does something for your skin.
Yeah.
Rose tea is just delightful.
It's magic.
Okay, what was the...
Truth or dare?
It really depends on my mood. I mean, if I've had a couple martinis, you bet I'm going to take that dare.
I love it. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Favorite season?
Fall.
Bold prints or classic solids? Obviously.
Come on.
Sweet snacks or salty snacks?
Sweet.
Oh.
I am a sugar addict, which is why I can function all day.
I love it.
I am a sugar addict.
Okay.
I'm gluten-free and dairy-free,
Yes.
mostly because of my autoimmune diseases, but I'm not supposed to eat sugar or drink alcohol. But I was the most boring person alive. How can you not eat gluten or dairy or alcohol or sugar and expect anybody to have any friends?
Yeah, I
You have to eat a cookie and drink a martini to have one friend. You know what I mean? So they slowly made their way back into my diet, and jalapeno pepper every now and again.
Okay. What's your,
but I
what's
love
your
sweets.
guilty pleasure sweet thing?
Oh God, I mean, I love chocolate covered almonds so much.
Miss Thing, there's an almond in that word. That's not a guilty pleasure.
It's well, but you know, but I can't eat a lot of the, like I do love M&Ms, even though I don't think that they're gluten-free, but
They are gluten-free.
I like the caramel ones.
They're gluten-free. Oh.
And for a while after my dad passed away, I was eating only M&Ms, only caramel M&Ms, not a sharing bag, but a party size bag, which by the way is 2 pounds of caramel M&Ms every day for 3 months.
Dang, girl. I like it. Now I want to eat that. Okay, invisible for a day or flying for a day?
Fly.
Yeah.
Who cares about being visible? I know that people say shit behind my back. I don't need to know. What business is it of mine
Well,
what
that's
you
what
think of me?
The internet lets us all know that people talk about us.
I know, but you know what? Even that, I'm telling you, when somebody is really mean, I'm like, I will either respond with thank you for your input, or I will, like, there was this gentleman who was kind of harassing me on Instagram about how ugly my clothes looked. And he did not like them, and he said, you're in your 50s, but it seems like your clothes are from, Sean's back. From the 1950s. Oh.
You can't share this with everyone, but just I want you to know what's going on.
Okay, I can't share. But anyway, let me go back to my story about this gentleman because he said it looks like you're in your 50s, right?
It's great.
It's great.
That's great.
But we just got some good news.
Yeah.
But anyway.
She had a great day.
It was a good day.
That's what we're going to say. Are you so happy?
I'm so happy.
So happy for you.
Well, this gentleman said that he hated my clothes. And that I mistook being in my 50s for living in the 1950s and that brocade wasn't cool or whatever. And finally, I was like, look.
Excuse me, sir.
Stanley.
Ooh.
I said, are you going to wear these clothes? Because if you don't understand them, I'm happy to explain all day Friday when I'm at QVC why I made the design choices that I made.
What did Stanley say?
And you let me worry about my customer service, and you worry about your online civility.
Work. Where's my fan?
Didn't hear from him again. Didn't hear from Stanley.
You shut him up.
Sorry, Stanley.
Work. That's what I'm saying.
And while you may not like the clothes, I'm going to say a lot of people today do.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the thing. I would be sad because we didn't finish all of our rapid fire. However, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that because you are now officially a part of this QVC family.
I'm here, I'm official.
Yes. That we're going to do this again.
Oh my God. Oh, come on, all the time.
Do this again. Because I'm pretty sure that everybody wants more Stacy London.
Also, maybe Patty and I could come on at the same time so I wouldn't feel like I have to follow her as an act.
I mean, it's a tough act.
It's a tough act to follow.
And
the woman is a queen.
She is literally a queen. And I'm going to tell you, I sat inches away from her like I am with you. And while you are stunning,
she's stunning.
Wow. I mean, her skin.
In Las Vegas,
She's 80.
I know. Lost my mind.
80.
Lost my mind.
So one last thing for all of our beautiful people who love you and have been watching you. And what's, I have one last question.
Okay.
What advice or what final, after a 75-hour day that you've had, what brilliant final words of wisdom do you have for them if they're feeling sad or they're feeling alone or they're feeling helpless? What would you say to them?
I would say probably something like what you would say, is that the universe has bigger plans for you. And there is no high without low. There is no true joy without sadness. And if you are not willing to accept one, you cannot have the other. Yeah. Oh, no. I love you so much. I love you. And I just want to say, I brought my dad with me today because he's not here.
I know.
And I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. But my brother-in-law had these made for my sisters and me after my dad passed away. It's his handwriting from a letter. And you have to be able to read it because I can't read it.
Oh, I can't read it either, and it's upside down.
Oh, it's upside down.
Okay, great. But I love you something most.
I love you more than words can say. And I would never have come to QVC on my first day without having my good luck charm with me.
That's so nice. That's so beautiful.
I promise you, things get hard. They definitely get hard. They will always be hard, but there is always happiness around the corner.
Oh my God. Well, on that note, I love you. Congratulations on the best day. And guess what? You get to go home. We do this thing, you know.
I am going to actually move in with Mally. The more I need to be here, the more I'm just going to stay with her.
Just come be with me.
I'm already, I feel like your husband and I get along great. The kids and I should really spend more time together.
Oh, get ready. They love you, and you are one of us, so get ready. And then we're going to dance it out. I don't know. Do we have music?
We're going to dance it out. Are we dancing out to some sort of Swiftie music?
Oh, you can't hear the music. All right, well then we're just gonna chair dance it since you can't hear, and we're gonna pretend. And it's starting now, but just get ready.
Okay.
And here's the one thing I want to tell you. It's just this song, but you know, I'm gonna do it and you can follow me.
Okay.
But before we go, just remember, you say it with me. You're not too old.
You're not too old.
You're not too. Wait, it's not too late.
It's not too late.
And your best days are ahead.
And your best days are ahead.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay. Let's go.
All my ladies from all over the world, now's the time to feel heard. Show up all your asses, lay down what you deserve. Let them see your strength by embracing all your flaws. You don't gotta change who you are. You ain't gotta change who you are. You ain't gotta change. No, you ain't gotta change who you are. All my ladies, all do what you want, do what you want. You ain't gotta explain, keep yourself focused on your own lane. Do what you want, do what you want. All my ladies from all over the world, now's the time to feel heard. Show up all your asses, lay down what you deserve. Let them see your strength by embracing all your flaws. You don't gotta change who you are. Do what you are. I'ma tell you, do what you want. Do what you want. You ain't gotta explain, keep yourself focused on your own lane. Do what you want, do what you want. All my ladies from all over the world, now's the time to feel heard. Show up all your asses, lay down what you deserve. Let them see your strength by embracing all your flaws. You don't gotta change who you are. I wear what I want and I speak the truth. I swear these guys can handle it when I be bringing fire to the booth. Man, I switch my nail color.